USL training camps in the USL Championship are about to open in USL League One. Some clubs are having their players report as early as January 15th, as we record this on January 13th. And I wanted to introduce an issue that, unfortunately, I don't want to get too political here with our channel at Beyond the 90, with our site, but politics and soccer, politics and football, whatever term you prefer, are intertwined. And the immigration issue in the United States, and it's really become a lightning rod in the last 2 weeks because Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy went on Twitter and made an issue out of H-1B visas, which they use to import, quote, skilled workers, primarily from India and from the Indian subcontinent, to take high-paying jobs in the United States. And I think there's a whole debate about that and wage suppression and how you can be an American that goes to has a college degree and you have a harder time getting a job because of this importation of labor. So think about that for a minute and conceptually think about what's happened in American soccer. Even though we continue to have expansion, what you have at this point is a situation where because immigration lawyers have been so effective in Major League Soccer, where the minimums for foreign players or the maximums for foreign players, they don't really matter, because you bring over someone on a work visa, a P1 or whatever work visa, they're in the country for 2 or 3 years, you claim they have exceptional skills, and then they get a green card. And once they get a green card, they count as domestic players, right? They count, they don't count against your foreign player quota. They count like any American domestic player would. And so that's why you're finding more and more American domestic players, even guys who are drafted in the MLS Super Draft, who are first round picks, signing in USL. And you're finding more and more guys that when they would have come out of college or academy, now we have this developing academy system, but a very mature and advanced college system that would have been in Major League Soccer when Major League Soccer only had 16 teams or 12 teams, that are now finding their way down to the USL, because we have this kind of artificial division structure based on the PLS. It's a whole nother issue with the NASL trial having started today on January 13th, 2025, working their way down, if you will, into USL 1, a USL Championship, USL League 1, etc. So I think this is really important for people who care about American soccer to understand. And I'm not trying to be nativist with this at all. In fact, I mean, this is meant to promote American domestic players of all races, socioeconomic statuses, sexual orientations, right? If they're LGBTQ plus, I don't care. They're American players, and there are certain opportunities our domestic leagues should give American players. And or American grown players, like players who came through our college system. I think it's very important, even if they're from the Caribbean or from Africa, that they have an opportunity to play professionally in the United States. So this is why I think it is so important that we continue to grow opportunities at the lower division level, among other reasons. There are many reasons, but this is one big reason, and something that I really believe very strongly in, because I think as Major League Soccer has a bit of an addiction to foreign players, even as they've expanded to 29 teams, 26 of which are in the United States, I think opportunities for high-level American players are not quite as good in that league as they used to be, which makes USL Championship all the more important. And you get to see kind of, I think, more homegrown players, more homegrown American players, and players that are from the Caribbean or wherever, but were reared in American universities. So this is part of why, and I think in some of these videos, I want to talk about why the lower divisions of American soccer are so important. This is one of the reasons why. It's the same thing in England, right? Where the Premier League is filled up with foreign players. The Championship is filling up with foreign players. Without League One and League Two, you don't have that incubator. and you're not giving your guys an opportunity. This isn't just about producing players for a national team. This is about giving opportunities to players that want to play professionally, like any other job. Professional football, professional soccer is a job. It's a profession. And if you're denying those professional opportunities to your guys, to players who are American or grew up in the United States, like any other industry, it's a problem. And I'm actually not a protectionist, but I am someone who believes that there should be opportunities in the market for American players. So it's important that the lower divisions continue to grow, continue to nurture these players, continue to give opportunities to American players and American-grown players. And that makes the whole soccer community richer. That makes our community clubs stronger. That makes our league system, our league stronger. It'd be nice if we had a league system. To be continued conversation. So I've been thinking a lot about soccer in relationship to this visa issue, because Musk and Ramaswamy, both of whom I think are horribly illiberal people and are just concerned about their own bottom lines, like so many owners in Major League Soccer and maybe some in USL and NISA and other leagues in the States. But like so many in Major League Soccer, they're just concerned about their bottom line and how they can suppress wages, how they can increase their bottom line without having to give sort of protection to workers or sort of salaries that the market, if it was a free market, would demand. And so because of that, I've been thinking a lot about this issue as it relates to American soccer in the last 2 weeks. I might be wrong on some of this. I'd love to continue the conversation down in the comments and in future videos.